What's going on, everybody? What's the Look, episode 9, coming to you live from the Rubenstein's basement. I have the pleasure of joining you guys today with Matthew Rubenstein and David Rubenstein. I'm Will Pappas. I'm going to turn it over to Matt. Matt, how you doing, man?
Doing great, Will. Since the cereal bracket, we got down to the last cereals, I decided, you know what, let's go out and try some, like, especially Cookie Crisp, because it's blowing through the bracket.
It's mutilating its competitors.
It's coming out of nowhere, and I decided to get that and a couple other cereals that we wanted to try, and some that I haven't had in a long time, like Honeycombs. Love it. Got knocked out early on, but it's good stuff. So I had 6 bowls of cereal, so I'm just sitting here on the side.
You're on a sugar high right now.
I'm trying to digest right now. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't think milk agrees with me anymore. It's been a long time since I had that much
At least
milk.
it's not apple juice.
Yeah, then I figured that one out a while ago too. But I tried Cookie Crisp, and I don't know what the hype is. It sucks. I didn't like it.
No, yeah. Honestly, Cookie Crisp tasted like the cookies you get at a shitty diner by the cash register. It was pretty shitty.
I'd rather do the TikTok trend and actually get the rolled up cookie dough, cut it out into little pieces, make mini cookies, and put that in my cereal and eat that. That I saw that on TikTok. It's
Consume
like a TikTok
all,
thing.
12,000 calories of the batch?
Yeah, whatever. It's not. I don't think it's a good cereal, but apparently you people out there do. So I don't know.
Dave,
Go try some more cereals.
I don't know.
Dave had some cereal too, but he was a little bit more,
So out of the cereals I got Raisin Bran, Honeycombs, Reese's Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, Cookie Crisp, and Captain Crunch. My favorite is the Honeycombs, but Fruity Pebbles was also really good. Well, you tried some new ones today. Which one did you like?
Well, old reliable Captain Crunch, fantastic. I thought Honeycomb was excellent. I didn't try Raisin Bran, just I'm not a Raisin Bran guy. And Fruity Pebbles, I tried it for the first time, and you know what? It did well. I give it like a 6.7, which I think is pretty good.
6.7.
I mean, it's not going to compete with your Frosted Flakes and your Captain Crunches, but it was excellent. And I also tried Reese's Puffs for the first time, and that was excellent. I think Reese's Puffs had a little bit too much peanut butter, but it also could have been the scoop I took, which could have just had more peanut butter in it. But otherwise, it was great. I give that like a 7.9 maybe. But Honeycomb takes the ship for the day. I think Honeycomb was great, and I'm pretty upset that Honeycomb was eliminated. I don't know how it lost. I think it lost to Honey Nut Cheerios though, which is a pretty valid opponent. But
Only one honey cereal can make it.
yeah, yeah.
Was the Honey Bunches, Honey Nut, Honeycomb.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm sure a bunch of other cereals have honey, just not.
Well,
the name.
there's now Frosted Flakes Honey.
Yeah,
I saw that at the store today.
I'd give that a shot.
And there's also Chocolate Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which I also saw at the start today.
Disgusting.
They have a lot of flavors. They mix and match flavors. Like half the cereals you see now have there's like Fruity Pebbles now with marshmallows. Everything's got like little marshmallows on it, like Lucky Charms. Their own little marshmallow. It's weird.
Yeah. All you guys out there that are on this Cookie Crisp ship, this trend, this wave, please jump off. It's garbage. You probably haven't had the cereal in 10 years. I ask you try it. Whether they changed it or it's the same. I'm 24 years old. What a mess. Total disaster. I don't know. Whoever the hell makes it, General Mills, Post, whoever they are, I don't know how it's still a cereal. Just taste it and know what you're voting for, just like this November. I mean, maybe they've backed off the sugar over time. I don't know. But regardless, Cookie Crisp. Parents are going to be very shy to get their kids this cereal based on the name. Nutrition's not that bad. I mean, we already looked. Cookie Crisp actually might be the best in terms of nutrition out of all the cereals we had today. It and Honeycomb were probably the top 2, and Honeycomb had 1 extra gram of sugar. So,
even Honey Nut has more sugars than it.
Yeah.
Honey Nut's not that good. Really isn't good for you at all. None of these cereals are.
I mean, if you take Raisin Bran and replace the raisins with actual raisins and not sugar coated raisins, that might be, a pretty damn good cereal.
Think,
but I've never tried it.
The raisins taste overly sweet. I think it's more than just the sugar they add to it. They must put a coating on it or something. I don't know what they do, but it's so good.
I mean, It also probably contributes to the milk, like that. Whatever's on the raisins probably melts into the milk, and that adds to your experience.
Yeah, the milk's definitely sugary afterwards. But yeah.
I do have to say though, Matt, you for this taste test or this wine tasting, if you will, you bought organic whole milk, and I think it was a home run.
I don't think it was whole milk. It just says milk on the side.
I know, but I mean, I think
Because
it
they
just
clearly
means whole
literally
milk, right?
had one labeled next to it, whole milk.
So what is just milk?
I don't know. There's that
Interesting.
1%. I saw the store. There's 1%, 2%. There's 1-2%.
Yeah. It's like, what does that mean?
I don't know. There's just I don't know what milk is. As Chris Pratt
don't know what
says,
milk is.
as Chris Pratt says in Parks and Rec, I go to the store and I buy 2% milk. I'm scared to ask what the other 98% is.
It's all water, probably. Speaking of Parks and Rec, you've been watching a lot.
Yeah, I
Parks and Rec.
rewatched the third time I rewatched the show.
Third time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I was just watching YouTube clips of it, and I'm like, no, what? Might as well just go watch it again and just relive it.
I mean, are you a Parks and Rec or an Office guy?
Well,
You
you
didn't
mean
watch
they
The
The
live?
Office.
that closely.
Oh, Parks and Rec. I never watched The Office,
Yeah, I haven't
Well, I
watched too
can't-
much of it either.
so I
Why
can't
did you watch
say
The Office instead of watching Parks and Rec for 3 times in a row?
because I like Parks and Rec.
I know you.
I
do.
love the characters.
doesn't
Maybe
like
you'd
trying
like
new
The
things.
Office if you started to watch it.
I seen clips of it. It looks funny. You know what? Maybe I'll watch Space Force first, and then I'll watch The Office.
No, Space Force got terrible reviews. Why would you
Who
do that?
cares if it's
Did it
terrible?
really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
it
that.
said it was
If I
horrible.
enjoy it, that's all that matters.
But Matt, there's a lot of things you enjoy that other people don't. There's a lot of things you enjoy that other people do.
Well, I noticed you're drinking tea.
Yes,
There's
I'm
no milk in it.
correct.
Why not?
I drink all of my caffeinated products black, nothing in it.
See, Dave, that's a preference. I prefer milk in mine, so I prefer watching Space Force.
But you haven't even
That
watched
doesn't
Space
make
Force.
I
Makes
watched one
sense.
episode,
Oh,
and then I got consumed with Parks and Rec.
but so Space Force was so bad, you resorted to going back to something that you know is good.
Well, Dave, I was watching the first episode, and Dave's like, "Yeah, this show's trash." And then I looked it up, and the reviews were not that great. But you know what? I'll just watch it and see
You'll
what
make
happens.
moves?
It's only one season. It's probably like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Probably only gonna be one season.
Who else is in it?
Steve Carell.
I know Steve Carell, but like,
Lisa Kudrow, Ben Schwartz,
not Yamanash.
Fred Willard.
Jin Yang. Jin Yang from Silicon Valley's in it.
Yeah, Jim Yang.
Oh, your boy.
John Malkovich is in it.
John Malkovich.
Yeah,
They got a
he's
decent
Noah
cast.
Noah Emmerich. He was the assistant coach in Miracle.
Huh.
He blew the whistle.
yeah,
Patrick
yeah.
Warburton.
There's a guy from Parks and Rec in it.
Wait, Warburton. What did he do? That's
he
not
was the
Patrick, is
voice
it?
of Kronk
Oh,
in Emperor's
yeah.
New Groove.
And he was the Devil's fan.
Oh, he's
in
the wheelchair
Seinfeld.
guy in Family Guy.
Yeah.
Hey Peter. Hey Peter.
Hey, Peter.
I don't know. I like it.
Just gotta watch it more.
Jeez.
What about you, Will?
I think it's gonna run out of.
Steam.
It's gonna run out of like comedy. It's gonna grow old. Like Space Force is just like a funny joke. Like it's not like a funny TV show.
Yeah.
But it's a real thing, though.
Well, it's gonna be a real thing until
I mean, it's not even a real thing yet.
It will be.
But what are they gonna do? I don't understand what it entails.
I told you
I
about the
think
guy
it-
on the train with the Space Force
The
patch,
Space
right?
Force is essentially the Air Force. So I don't. What is the Space Force
whole
for?
point, the only reason you make a branch of a military is because that
They're threats in space.
whatever branch that kind of like governs that, it can't do it anymore. Like it's just too busy with other things to handle it, or not enough money.
But don't
to
we
handle
have
it.
a lot of problems now on Earth than we do in space?
Well, the whole point of the Space Force is not to like defend yourself from aliens or anything like that. It's like to
know.
defend
Against other nations.
no, against like satellites and stuff like that, and warfare from space.
Is there any warfare in space?
Well,
In Call of Duty, there was.
when I say warfare from space, I'm not like talking like people fighting each other in space. I'm
No,
talking
I
about
know.
like
You're talking about satellites.
yeah, but you can make.
Has anyone's satellite ever been attacked by another country?
I don't know if it did. It could be.
What would you gain from doing that?
How about you?
Satellites are really
Like if
important.
Russia attacked or blew out her satellite.
That satellite can control all of GPS for this certain area.
But you guys have seen the movie Space Cowboys, right? Or Space Cowboy, right? With Tommy Lee Jones. Great movie. It's like
Is that when
there's an old Soviet satellite with nukes on it in space, and Tommy Lee Jones has to go up there and disarm it because it like reactivated and it's going to like nuke the USA.
No, I've never seen that one.
I thought it was a great movie. It probably got like a 60 on Rotten Tomatoes, but like it was entertaining.
Well, like,
Space Cowboy?
Space Cowboy. It might have been plural. Space Cowboys.
isn't there a movie called Space Cowboys and it's in like the Western and aliens come?
Yeah, that's with Daniel Craig.
Is it the same name?
No, that was called Aliens and Cowboys.
Oh,
Cowboys,
yeah. Okay. I don't know what Space Cowboys is then.
Yeah,
At
78 Rotten Tomatoes.
At the end of, I guess I'd be giving it away, but at the
Clint
end of
Eastwood?
Space Cowboys, Tommy Lee Jones has to like drive the space shuttle like to the moon. Like he can't land it on Earth for some reason, so he flies it to the moon. And I think earlier on in the movie, he was like joking about if he gets to the moon, he's gonna like crack a beer or something like that and like watch Earth. And at the end, you see a scene where the space shuttle crashed on the moon, and Tommy Lee Jones in his spacesuit is just like chilling against a rock. He's probably dead, but like
Was it good?
I loved
Was
it.
it
Why-
what type of genre was it?
It was
Thriller, probably.
Yeah, it's
Was it comedy at all or no?
I mean, it like quirky jokes here and there, but like it's on the same level as like Armageddon. That's the kind of movie it was.
Armageddon was mostly comedy.
I mean, I guess I can't really recall how much comedy there was, but it was a typical Tommy Lee Jones movie, like seriousness in parts, quirky little jokes in other parts.
Yeah, that could be like Armageddon then.
Yeah.
Will, have
I
you
liked
ever
Armageddon.
have you ever heard of Rods from God?
No.
You know,
Rods of you talking
Rod-
about? Are you
Rod-
talking about the nuclear power plants?
no, Rods from God.
I don't know what that is.
Can
So-
you explain?
I
He doesn't
will.
know.
He misunderstood me. I thought he was going to say the right
I didn't
thing.
misunderstand you. I'm just guessing what
It was in Call of Duty.
Oh, those are the
One of the-
weapons they use in space?
Yeah, so like people don't know like
Tungsten
either
rods
we're gonna
dropped from orbit, reaching a speed of up to 10 times.
Oh, the
Yeah.
beginning of that one.
it's called like Loki
They're
or
like-
something.
Oh,
they're
it's to
freaking-
penetrate inside of Earth, destroying any potential hardened bunkers or secret.
Yeah, so you don't use nuclear explosion or bombs. You just drop a rod from space. It gets so fast. It goes so fast. It just explodes. But
Yeah, I remember that.
the
now.
thing is, like they say, like you only need 3 satellites, and then you cover the whole world. You can attack anywhere at any time.
with rods.
Yeah, tungsten rods. Like if you want, you can hit something accurately, like pinpoint. You can destroy a building.
20-foot.
That was
1 foot
that was the
diameter.
Call of Duty where, like, in the beginning of the campaign, you're like running through the town, and the
it's like
town's like
dropping-
falling
Yeah,
apart.
'cause
It's
the
like
rod hit
dropping,
the
Yeah.
it's
ground.
like dropping meteors on people.
Yeah, so some speculate that we actually have those already. Like someone built it, like a conspiracy.
lot of drones.
Because there's you can look it up. There's like a news story somewhere like this building is fine, and all of a sudden it like collapsed.
Yeah.
For no reason. And someone believed that was like a testing of the rods from God. They just dropped one on there.
The
But that's like something the Space Force would make or do. That's like or defend against or something.
but not like Harry Potter, Defense Against the Dark Arts.
No.
How big or how wide are these explosions?
They're
They're pretty big.
it depends on how big of a rod you use.
Well, it says 20 feet long, 1 foot in diameter.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's a big explosion. Yeah, I would
Well, it
assume.
says to hit bunkers and underground sites mostly.
It's probably more humane than dropping nukes.
Yeah.
I think if you dropped one from like space from over our house, it would probably completely destroy our whole house and maybe the next couple houses over.
So it's just made of tungsten, so it doesn't burn up in the atmosphere.
It's unbelievable.
It's just interesting. There's like something with the Space Force that they could do. It's mostly like defending satellites, destroying other satellites, stuff in space, pretty much. In the Space Force TV show, the woman's kind of embarrassed. She's like, "Don't worry, you can call yourself it. We're all spacemen now.
Spacemen.
Like now, a Marine, you're a spaceman
Oh my
or
god.
a spacewoman, something like that."
That's like you were saying, like a branch comes about because another branch can't like.
Handle it.
Yeah, so that's like kind of how the Air Force was formed, because the Air Force came from the Army, I think.
Well, yeah.
Because the Army had the air.
Air Force and the Navy, I think too. It had the Air Force. Yeah, it used to have just air.
Because it was like the Army.
They
know,
actually
whatever.
make that joke about it too
What?
in the Space Force TV show,
do
because
they
they
say?
have like the board, like the heads of each branch talking, and all of a sudden the Army guy's like, "Oh, I just wish I could absorb the Air Force and Navy back into us again,"
my gosh.
something like that. If you could, it was just being funny. But yeah, so I guess I don't know. I never looked at the history when the branches got made, like what convinced them. But I remember like when Trump said, "We need a space force." I remember like the general at the time for like the
Mad Dog.
air. No, for the Air Force. He says, "No, we can handle it. It's fine. We're good.
God.
It's not something we can't do." But I don't know. Maybe they did more convincing and found out it was better to do it. I don't know. Is it getting made? Is it coming? It is.
I'm sure there's
I
I
something
guess they might
happening.
figure like it's gonna take more than 4 years to get this program established, and if he's out of office,
Well,
probably
it could
won't
it
come
could be a good idea if
fruition.
things in the future progress and it's all about space. Might as
Yeah.
well have another brand. Or you can have the UNSC. What is it? The United
With
States.
Master Chief come out.
Yeah. That's the real Space Force right there.
It's like
Yeah.
if we're not capable or even doing it or have the additional resources to just sparely do that, to put out a space force that protects our satellites and shit like that, there'll only be like a couple other countries that be able to do that with us.
Well, that's the point. Get there first. Control everything.
Like, why would we do that if no one else even has
'Cause-
something anywhere near?
Because
that
just in
yet?
case, God forbid, if anyone else someone does, who knows?
Well, don't we have intelligence on like? I would suspect the only countries to be able to do it would be China and Russia.
I don't know. Who knows? They could be doing it right now for all we know. I don't know.
To what? To attack our satellite?
They could, yeah.
Why would they attack our satellite?
You know how
They
They
want to
don't want
fuck
to
up
get
our
into a
TV.
war with us.
I know, but you know how important satellites are.
Why
They're
would they
like,
want? Why would they?
that
want,
does tracking
why would
everything.
They want war with us?
I don't know. Well, that's why
Lower,
war.
lower tariffs.
Well, that's why war hasn't started anything
They don't
because
want
there's no
fucking-
point in
nobody
going to
wants a
war.
fucking war with us. Russia doesn't want a war with us.
Well, with
No
our current
fucking-
president, yeah, no one wants a war with us.
Yeah, I think that's why Putin likes Trump for good reason, because Trump doesn't want to start a war with Russia. Hillary, on the other hand, who knows? She disliked Putin. Therefore, I think Putin. That's why Putin liked Trump more. If you maybe think about it.
I mean, I don't know if this is a swing topic or not, but you mentioned Hillary. If Joe Biden was the candidate against Trump originally 4 years ago instead of Hillary, does Biden win?
Maybe there's always a maybe.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
That's the person
He
he calls
sleeps on
him.
the job, man. He's been in politics for 40 years, Matt, and now he has all the answers. But a lot of people think he doesn't even know the questions.
Where did you get that from?
That was a Trump tweet, I think.
Oh, really? Okay. Nah, I still
Probably.
say Trump wins.
No.
I mean, he wouldn't have all the freaking bullshit that Hillary had,
I
the
mean,
baggage.
Obama just.
Well, you don't know because he didn't run. Like all this stuff they're finding him about now, they probably would have found out about anyway. But the thing is, it would be like Trump's sex scandal against Joe Biden's sex scandal. Two sex scandals, and they'll just
Which
cancel
one-
each other out.
Which one's worse?
They'll just cancel each other out.
Common denominator.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like,
I think so. I think he would have had a better chance than Hillary since he was Obama's VP.
I just can't wait for the debate between Joe and Trump.
it's not going to be a debate. It's going to be like
Joe's gonna get crucified, but I don't even think that'll matter too much because Trump's what's his
I just
That'd
want
be
to. I
so
want
bad.
just want
Trump's
to get
approval ratings at an all-time
because
low
the
right
one
now.
between Hillary and Trump was pretty brutal, and then I want to see the one between him and. I'd get popcorn and sit down and watch
well,
that.
the thing
It'd
about
be
the
nice.
Hillary Trump one is that Hillary still had her wits about her. Like she could, she could fire back too some things, but like
Yeah, that's
Joe,
what I was talking. That's what I was talking
I
about.
don't
They're
think there's
fighting back-
anything Joe can fire back with.
Well, it's going to be like a Conor McGregor fight. I'm going to get some popcorn, watch for like all 5 minutes. It's going to be over before we even started.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Conor McGregor, he's fucking retired now, which is total bullshit.
Definitely, he's just waiting for someone to offer him a boatload of money to fight Khabib again or something like that.
Think about this for the UFC.
He can't end on a loss.
No, he didn't have a loss. He beat the Cowboy.
That was his last fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He can't end. Never
and
mind.
he won like I don't know how
I was
much.
thinking in
Money.
my head like he's got to go out a winner.
I
But,
think he would only participate in these fights because they have tons of UFC fights.
did Cowboy fight Khabib?
I
They
don't
had
know
to
why.
have,
I don't know
right?
why
You
it
think?
could be. Oh, you mean at some point in his life?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, because I was gonna say they didn't.
Well,
fight
obviously,
recently.
Cowboy lost because Khabib's undefeated, right?
yeah.
I mean,
But I wonder how
Cowboy-
close it was.
I don't think Cowboy's really done much in his UFC career. I mean,
No, he's got a good record.
but I mean, like in terms of like the heavyweights, like not literally, but like the big time names, like I don't think he's really made a name for himself in that category.
I think when Conor,
No,
I think when
he's-
Conor,
he's solid. He's he's up there. I mean, only the guys who are up there would fight. He's 37. He's kind of old.
I think when Conor did boxing, he saw how much money you can make in boxing. He's like, UFC's pennies to me, peanuts.
He's like a really good veteran.
Maybe he realizes that he already has so much money. It's like, why keep bashing my skull in?
Yeah, he got his whiskey, right? He's starting.
Yeah. I mean, the dude's worth what? A few $100 million now, at least?
All right, and with that, we're going to go to our What's the Look grab bag, where we bring up topics or anything we thought about or came across during the week. Any ideas? Anything, Matt? Will?
Matt, you got a grab bag topic?
I'll go second.
Got a grab bag?
You go third or
Wanna go
second?
Third. I'll go last.
You go last.
Why is that?
Be crazy.
Yeah.
What
process.
if one of us took one of your issues already?
Then I'll have time to make another.
He has to.
Think of another one.
Do you have one, Dave? I have one if you want me to go.
Yeah. I have one. Just really random since we're rolling into summer right now, and I'm a big movie guy. I just wanted to ask, what movie do you guys think of when summer comes around, or what summer movie do you think of whenever summer comes around?
You know what? I don't know.
If you need a second, what mine is right now is
Oh, I have one.
I would say The Sandlot for me.
Damn.
Whenever I think of The Sandlot, I always think of summer, and I mean most of the movie takes place in summer. But why? What do you think?
I have a really good one, and it's not like a classic like Sandlot. It's a really good movie, but it's not a classic. And it is Mad Max Fury Road. Because
Really?
Yeah, because when I think of the
Wait, the
summer,
new one?
the new one, yeah.
Tom Hardy.
When I think of the summer, I think of getting out of school. I think of coming home. I think of having fun. So whatever year that was, say it was sophomore year of college, literally the day I got home from college, we all went to the movies and we saw Mad Max Fury Road. Fucking loved it. Amazing movie, and that kicked off the summer. So I guess I'd say that maybe.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I'm pretty sure Will said that movie because he knew how I was gonna say it.
You were gonna say it?
Yeah.
Matt loves Mad Max.
The movie that makes me think of summer is
Gone with the Wind.
I don't know. I don't have really a movie that
I have another one.
fixed with iRobot.
No, The Dark Knight. That came out in like June. Same idea. That was like 8th grade. Saw that movie. Kicked off the summer. It's great.
I think of Jaws too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jaws
Every time I
2
watch Jaws and like
or Jaws.
Like TOO.
Oh, okay. Because there is a Jaws 2, 3, and 4.
Just the
Yeah.
original Jaws. That's it.
You know what? It makes me think of Piranha 3DDD.
What a
You know,
mess.
kind of like Indiana Jones too, a little bit. I
You
don't know.
remember
I feel like
the-
maybe it plays a lot in the
Excuse me.
summer.
Do you remember they came out with like Piranha 3D?
Yeah, I remember
And then they
that.
became out with Piranha 3DD.
I think I do remember that. Yeah,
I think
something
the
like that.
extra DD was like to get more girls in it or something.
Just
like
a
that.
mess.
Yeah, it was Piranha, then Piranha 3D. Because remember, like that chain, like when 3D movies like came back and like
Yeah.
it wasn't like red and blue anymore. You wore those goggles, and like all these movies all of a sudden had like 3D in it. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, and they all sucked.
What was the first 3D movie you ever saw? In theaters.
It was either the
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl or Spy Kids 3D.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it worked well.
I'm
It
trying to
came out
remember.
at you. It's just those first ones were like in red and blue, so they looked awful. And then
with the glasses, yeah.
yeah, but then they upgraded the glasses to like normal color, and then I don't know, it's just lost its appeal. Like they did 3D TVs, those lost its appeal. Just 3D itself lost its appeal.
I can't think of what my first 3D movie was. I know I saw it was definitely like a birthday party at the movie theater, and like we all had the glasses.
Well, I remember I went to see Spy Kids 3D like 4 times because I think you got invited to Rohit's birthday.
Was it? Was I?
Rohit Kapoor's birthday.
Yeah.
I know. I just know we went to see
Why are
Spy
you
Kids
whispering his name?
because I can't remember
That
was
is that.
his birthday exactly or not. But I think it was.
That's why you're whispering his name.
I don't know. I whisper when I don't know if it's.
All right, well, what's your grab bag topic?
My grab bag topic, and I have a second one because this one may not be very long, but I just want to give a shout out to Amazon because our viewers may not know this, but we have 4 mics, and for the past 8 weeks, one of them was broken, and we would consistently be fixing it during the recording, tweaking the wire to make sure it worked because it would just randomly turn off. It wouldn't have a stable connection going. And I have to give a shout out to Matt as well because he was stuck with that mic for quite a bit. He was using a wooden block as a stand before we got the actual stands. He was holding it. He was yelling. He was tweaking it. He was doing a lot. So this week, we successfully got a fourth good, usable, properly working mic. And we're using it right now. Matt's using it, and so far so good. But on the flip side, I ordered it from Amazon, and it came from Connecticut, right? And so Connecticut, whoever this guy was, he was an independent seller, then had to give the item to an Amazon facility, and the facility was in Kentucky, of all places. And it started at this guy's store, or maybe his house in Windsor, Connecticut, then went to somewhere in North Jersey, which, by the way, went down 684 right by the Katona exit. So it's like, why couldn't you just tell me, I could have picked it up on 684. But regardless, went to New Jersey, then ends up in Kentucky. And this all happened in a matter of like 8 days. And what a waste of time. But you know what? It came yesterday, so what can I say? I got here before the podcast. But that's my grab bag. Not much to discuss, but just wanted to let people know.
It's honestly pretty fast because everything I've ordered has taken like over a week to get here.
It's crazy. Well,
when I went past you back to Kentucky and back to you in 8 days, that's pretty good.
When I ordered the rest of the equipment that we have initially, I mean that was like 21 days. I think I ordered beginning of April, didn't come till April 29th or something like that.
Yeah,
like nuts. Or maybe that was the stands, one or the other. Crazy, but I guess because they're putting priority towards items that are necessary during the pandemic or what have you. But
what's your second topic?
Well, does Matt want to do his topic first?
So my grab bag, it was yesterday, actually, it happened.
Oh, yeah.
I've been trying to get a VR headset, and I've been trying to get the Oculus Rift, and the Oculus Rift S. Oculus Rift S. It's the one that plugs into your computer. I want it because you can just download more crap for it. And I just can't get one. It's upsetting. They're all sold out on the website, on Facebook, on Amazon. It's all gone. Actually, they have them on Amazon, but they're $300 to $400 extra, and it's just ridiculous.
And so, do you want to talk about your predicament you were in yesterday?
Yeah, that was what. There's no other part to that story besides what you wanted to buy.
Well, I found one on the Facebook Marketplace for really close to $400 to what its price was. And
$470.
$470, yeah. What was there? And because I was going ham about it, like, oh my God. And I started messaging the guy. But the thing is, he didn't have a Facebook profile. He had just like some weird name, some like Hilo Slimp or something like that. I don't know what it was. But he looked like it was just a Facebook Marketplace account, I guess. I don't know. And he said, pick up or mail. I'm like, sure, pick up. And I'm like, cash? How you want to pay for this? And he's like, cash or Zelle. I didn't know what Zelle was, but Will explained it. It basically works with my Chase Bank. So I was like, okay, it's like Venmo. Okay, I can use that.
Oh my God, get to the point. Get to the point. I don't care about Zillow or Chase Bank or what you're using to buy it. Just get to the point of the story.
Now, what kind of shoes were you wearing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that Noah's not here to do his extremely long
I was wearing
story.
2 pairs of socks and my Nikes didn't fit at the time, so I slipped on the Adidas and then I made my way to my car.
Well, whatever. I had to pick it up, and to pick it up, it was in New Jersey.
I stopped by Gulf and I saw that the gas prices actually dropped by 6 cents. So
That was true.
So I actually decided to go there instead of my normal routine.
No, screw that whole grab bag I just said. Just for complete forget, folks. My new grab bag is that I was making beautiful, amazing buttermilk pancakes for me and Will here. I told him to come over to my house, get over here, wake up. And I had to tell you, if you want pancakes, do the buttermilk style, because once you had them, you can't go back to the rather stupid bag pancakes you get. You got to make them from scratch and everything. They were phenomenal. Will, did you like them?
They were, Matt, they might have been like the number one pancake I've had in my life. Like, no diner,
they may
Waffle
be the
House
best
compared.
pancakes I've ever eaten from you.
And yet Dave got the scraps.
Yeah, Dave got the scraps at the end.
But wait, Matt, I have a question about buttermilk. Can you put buttermilk in your coffee?
No, Dave did that apparently because he thought it was regular milk and like it curds like immediately.
Yeah.
Right, Dave?
Yeah.
But that's not even the whole thing about the story. Because right there when we're sitting enjoying our beautiful pancakes,
Wait.
my dad gets a call and he's like, "You guys gotta go. You gotta go get Dave." I'm like, "Why? What?"
No, he's like, you got to go to Joyce's.
You gotta go to Dave's girlfriend's house, Joyce. And then we're like, "Why? Did he hurt himself? Is he okay?
Did he
Did something
fall down the
happen?"
stairs?
Yeah. Oh no, he's out of gas. He can't get his car started. So we had to finish our peaceful breakfast and go get gas from the gas station in a little jug and go then find Dave and fill up his car.
I will say though, when he told us to do that, he wanted us to go ASAP. But Matt, you stood up and said, "Dad, let us finish breakfast first."
Did you dickhead?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going anywhere. I'm eating. I got pancakes. I got them stuck in like the
You're
oven.
right. I'm not going anywhere.
I got them in the oven,
can't
keeping
go
them
anywhere.
warm. And you're not going anywhere fast.
Anywhere fast. He wasn't going anywhere.
I should have thought like because when me and Will got the gas, we went there and I'm like, damn it, Will, I should have just gotten the gas tank, bring it to him, and told him to walk to the gas station and filled it up and walked all the way back with it. It should have been his punishment.
But then, like, even when Dave was pouring the gas into his car, you were still like, "Dave, you're not holding the tank right."
Well, he was holding it the wrong. I wanted him to get all 2 gallons of the oil in there,
Gas.
or the gas into his car, and to do that, you got to hold the thing upside down to get it all out.
Well, he didn't have the you know the spouts on the top and the tank is below the spout. He just put it straight in as opposed to turning it upside down
Yeah,
so
to
that
get
the
everything-
tank would drain.
Yeah, to get everything out. But that was a fun day.
I still think we shouldn't have done it, but it would have been hilarious if we just put water in that tank and had to put water in his car.
That would destroy his car, wouldn't it?
No, I wouldn't want to do that. But like,
But
you know,
it would.
if we had like a reset button, I'd love to see what would happen if we did that.
We would have to manually go into his car and drain the oil or something like that from it.
You just
Yeah.
have to wait for it to evaporate in heat.
Where would it evaporate to? It's
No,
in
I
your
think
car.
it fucks up your engine.
It would have to.
We would have to shove like a vacuum down it and suck it all
There
out.
has to have been
Or
like
siphon
people who
it.
left their gas tank open and got filled with rainwater or some shit like that.
You know what was also happening while we were doing that? When Dave was filling up his car and we were watching him, there was some guy that came out of his apartment and went to his car. And I don't know if you noticed, but that guy's car's license plate was peeling. The yellow paint was coming off his New York license plate. But regardless, the guy was putting stuff in his car and he was totally giving us a weird look. Because I think he thought we were siphoning gas out of Dave's car or something like that. Because he was trying to figure out what the fuck we were doing. Because you were blocking like the tank and he just saw us all huddled around the gas cap.
Or he just never saw someone have to fill up their car before from a gas tank like that.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I want to add to this podcast right now and have a little take of.
Wait, we got here Will's other grab bag story.
That actually
Said
was.
both.
That was.
That was another
gonna
one?
be- yeah, I was going to bring that
okay.
up.
I'm sorry. I took that.
I think a new topic we should add is a nice little simple would you rather question. I think that everyone can go about and discuss.
These are my favorite.
Why don't we do like odds and evens? Like every even podcast we do grab bag. Every odd podcast we do something else.
Because we can do both.
We can do everything, Matthew.
We can't give the fans everything they want in one episode.
That's
Fans
why-
never asked for either. Just do that. We have an hour and a half to talk about it. I think we can do both.
Actually, I think my favorite questions are: how much money would it take for you to do this?
Those are Mike Mara's favorite questions.
Yeah, but these are simple questions that have like a lot of thought to put into it. And the question is, if you were reborn in a new life,
Oh God.
would you rather be alive in the past or future?
Past.
It's kind of hard to say because like reborn completely.
You're born.
Do I maintain
Like-
my consciousness,
Yeah.
like my knowledge?
I
Because I would put so much money on Tom Brady and the Patriots.
think this question actually.
I wouldn't be able
I think this question means if you had to choose being reborn as a baby in the future or the past.
and everything gets reset. You don't remember things.
You don't remember anything,
Oh.
but like, I'd say the future because like you think like civil rights movements were shit in the back in the day, and like no the video games and like TVs and like TV shows, and you can just rewatch them all in the past.
Yeah, but you won't
don't
remember
shit.
it though.
You don't remember it though?
No, from your past self.
Yeah, I know. So I would choose the future.
Oh yeah, I choose the future too.
Yeah.
Is watching some like to see the future, they probably have those pods that can sit in there and go into my gaming world. It's probably like
So this is
virtual Pokemon
this is
that
if you
looks so
were-
real.
This is if you were reborn, a new baby, past or future. Will
I mean,
Future.
like, I think for me the easier answer is future, but I just have this like thing. I just like would love to live like 5 or 10 years in like the Wild West and just see what it's like. With
okay,
like,
so
Like being an outlaw,
I don't know what I would be.
like in Red Dead or
I'd
something.
love to be the Red Dead character, probably. Just helping
Yeah, you get-
people, doing stupid
get-
shit,
killed by bandits or
hunting people down for bounties.
The Pinkertons come after you.
Yeah, riding the first trains to the fucking Midwest, riding horses, hunting buffalo.
have a lifespan of like 60, 40, whatever it was back then.
I mean, if you can guarantee me that like the future isn't going to look like a wasteland because a fucking meteor hit or something like that, like I'd probably do that.
So if you could teleport yourself and you can't teleport back, past or future, and like what? Obviously, you can't. How far in the past or how far in the future would you want to go to live your life in?
It depends. If I knew if I was going to wake up, I would go all the way in the past when people were writing the Bible to see if any of that stuff happened. Like people said, chariots. I want to see if there's aliens. A lot of things in the past said there had to do with aliens.
A lot of people say there's aliens now.
I know, but
So going in the past isn't really going to change anything.
I think you would see it more.
I'd probably go
You
back.
think you'd see it more? What does
Well,
that
someone
mean?
wrote about it and people draw it, so I just
Yeah.
go to those
you know,
times.
You know why they thought there was dragons back in medieval times and they drew about it?
There were dragons.
No, no. Why?
Those could have been the aliens.
No, why they get that idea of dragons?
Yeah, why not?
Because they probably they saw dinosaur bones in the ground. They thought dragons existed.
I don't know. That's why I would go in the past and find out.
Well, if they see a meteor in the sky, they probably think it's a UFO or some shit like that.
I just know there's some like in some different
I
empires
think it was
around
just
the
things
world.
they couldn't explain by science yet, and they just resulted.
There's
in
these
seeing it.
stones on this island that are like perfectly symmetrical.
Where?
I forgot. There's an island with them.
The Stonehenge?
No. It's like a bunch of.
I would like.
Did
to
you
know
see
how
about
they,
the
I
island
would
with a
like
bunch
to
of
know how they-
circular balls on it?
Nope.
Oh, you haven't?
I like to know
There's
how
like-
they put up those Stonehenge rocks. They're like tons.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
I don't know how they did that.
I want to go back to see Noah's Ark. Around that time, there's a lot of shit
you don't
going
know
on
if
there.
that was real either.
That's the whole point. Going back to see it.
You might go back and not see anything. You
Well-
might see some guy writing a story about it.
Matt, I hate to break it to you. We're all religious here, but going back in time to verify the Bible,
It's a
validate the
waste.
Bible is probably not the best
I would go
idea.
back to something that was seemingly verified. Like
But-
them building the Colosseum or like the Parthenon or like the Pantheon or
Nah, I just want to see those things. I was talking about.
I go back to
Well,
when
you,
Pompeii got
you
destroyed by
know what? You
lava.
can go back to what the pyramids looked like when they were first built. They look really nice. A lot better than they do
It's
today.
a lot smoother, I guess.
Yeah, they took
Yeah,
all the
painted.
limestone coverings on it.
Everything,
Damn.
all the thing, like the inside places that you go into, they're all painted colors too. They weren't just like sandstone or whatever.
I told you that
Or
story.
limestone.
So that story about my friend's dad, right? He was in Egypt as like our age, and he knew a guy, and the guy like got him into a pyramid, and they were like smoking inside of a pyramid, and almost got trapped in there because like apparently the door shut, but then they found like another way out or something stupid. But like you're not allowed in the pyramids, but like he got in the pyramid.
I heard it's dangerous in the pyramids. Like if
It's
you
all
on,
booby traps, right?
I don't know. I think
I don't know
because
about
I
that.
think like I remember when they
dark.
first like found the tomb of like an emperor or something in the pyramid.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people died because diseases were just sitting in there. And when they opened it
Really?
up, yeah, they got all sick with
How
it.
long ago was this?
I don't know. I think you can look it up about like people dying because like everything's like
So those bacteria were sitting in there. and
Yeah.
they survived that long.
yeah, I think a lot of
That's
people. I think
disgusting.
like and a lot of people, the locals thought it was like a curse or something like that.
Oh my gosh, this is like Indiana Jones gone wrong. Bring a plague back to Southern California.
But I can't remember if that actually happened or not. It might have. Who knows? Power of the internet. Am I right, people?
I feel like Matt, if you had the chance, you would go back in time and be Jeff Bezos' partner.
I do dream about that. I invested in Amazon before Amazon was Amazon.
Well, I mean, it's easy to say you invest in this and bet.
I'm just trying to figure out because then I have to go and actually read a book or go on the internet and figure out how he actually started to get in at the right time.
Yeah. I think you should have become a Navy SEAL, Matt.
I would just go into the past when Bitcoin was like
Like
30
25
cents and buy like as many as I could.
Like when we were in high school.
Yeah, and wait until I got to like $20,000.
If we every day we were in high school, if we put our lunch money into Bitcoin, we'd be billionaires right now.
Yeah. See, you can't look
Isn't that
at
really cool to
you
think
can't.
about?
You, no, it's not because you're gonna go mad over like, oh my god, I could be really wealthy today.
Like
but guess what? You're
you
not.
could have done is ask your parents for lunch money every day, but while they gave you the money, just eat your ham and cheese
Nah,
sandwich.
my parents wouldn't give me lunch money. They'd give me that blue card.
Or
Like
they
it's
would
stapled.
give Dave money. Dave would buy lunch.
When did they stop giving us that blue card for lunch? Was that after middle school?
Yeah, I never had a lunch ticket. I never.
I had a
one.
lunch ticket in.
In the high school, it was white, right?
I never had one in high school. I had one in. I remember in Primrose in like middle school. I think I had one.
You know what I also remember? They would have the I forgot my lunch money list. Remember? And like
Yeah, they had like
there would be kids with tallies next to their name, like "Yo, this kid forgot."
No,
5
didn't
lunches
we
worth of
have
money."
like there was a kid in our grade. I remember at the end, like the lunch lady said you owed like $500 because everyone just said his name. How did you get lunch tab like ticket? You paid earlier?
Yeah,
Or-
I think your parents just pay like a check.
the
or
great
something.
times was like I get lunch and they forget to clip it. I'm like, yes.
Damn, well, yeah, you got a free lunch. Kind
Another free lunch.
of like getting the burnt cookies from Pam.
Oh, or the mushy ones where she
Yeah.
didn't cook them. Like I think she did that on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on there. I don't know how you could just do that, but it happened. It's great, just giving out free cookies.
I remember
to
we would
burnt.
we were like, can we get the mush bag? We get like the 6 or 7
be
cookies in
really
the bag.
solid.
They're all just mushed to the bottom. We had to get like a fork and like your spoon and dug them out.
I remember like freshman year, those cookies were like solid. They were like literal cookies, and then as time went on, they got soggier and soggier.
I think
and
they
soggier.
they switched to the Otis cookies and they had to cook them.
Yeah.
They got those cookies. That was probably the best thing in the cafeteria. And they had, and the pizza they got on Wednesdays. But everything else was literal trash.
Yeah. I feel like when they had spaghetti and meatballs, that was pretty good actually.
Dude, I remember I drink a lot of milk. I would always get the chocolate milk.
Yeah. Some people get 2 milks.
Some
people
people
get
get-
those little tiny apple juices. Remember those?
Yeah. Water, but you couldn't get water. Water was like extra or something. like
Yeah, that was so stupid. That's like inhumane.
Some people get like it was pizza day and be like
The Red Baron pizza or the regular pizza?
the Wednesday pizza. It's like
Yeah.
$2 for a slice. People always
slices.
everyone would bring $4.
yeah, you
2
need
slices.
4. You can't just have one slice.
It was always Wednesday and Friday pizzas.
Yeah.
And
the
then-
Friday was shit.
What else was really good? Was there like a chicken thing they had?
You know what I liked? I actually liked their bless you. I liked their cheese quesadillas. They were just like
Oh
frozen, but they were good.
yeah,
I thought they were good.
It was like the long, like they would have
They were
like,
little,
on the
like,
baking
triangles.
sheet. They would be like this huge rectangle, and it was like kind of like you can see the pre-cut marks, and then they just
Yeah.
rip them apart.
Exactly.
Yeah, those were good.
They were
Did
good.
they do any cooking back there at all?
Probably not. Did they just shove shit in an oven and took it out?
Yeah, they had all that cooking equipment back there, and they didn't like use it once.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think though.
The fries, I think they cooked the fries.
They had good tacos. The taco meat. I mean, you can't fuck up taco meat. You literally just open up a
could.
package and put it in the meat.
Yeah, spaghetti was good too because sometimes they would load on the spaghetti. You always got 2
Yeah.
meatballs.
Some kids would get screwed. Like Bianca would, pick
Half
up
a
the
meatball?
Yeah, or she'd pick up the spaghetti and like put on your plate, and it doesn't amount to anything.
I'm trying to think what else. I know they had chicken nuggets.
Kids
Those-
would literally box each other out to get the plate she was about to put up on
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah,
table
because
to
she
get
would
the most
just
spaghetti
she would
or
just
something.
fill up all a bunch of them, and you would look and be like, "Yeah, I don't want that one. I
Yeah,
want
what
that."
kind of
Oh,
that
she's
one,
put.
yeah.
Oh, this one sucks, and she's like, "No one's taking it. I'm not gonna
They
give
would
out."
do that
none."
with the pizza too, like Pam or Bianca.
Oh yeah, the
Can I
thin
have that
slice. Yeah, the thin slices.
Yeah. Because I mean, obviously, we've all been to pizzerias. Some pieces are clearly bigger than others, so
They
it's like,
clearly don't know how to cut it.
yeah. Well, they just
They did spaghetti. They did tacos. They did the case. I do remember the quesadillas, the Red Baron pizza.
the mozzarella sticks were good, but they weren't like a
Oh.
meal. I mean, 5 mozzarella sticks is not a lunch.
Well, it
See,
just
that's
says
like the big
appetizer
problem in like
restaurants.
Yeah.
you know what? Well, the thing is, we always got lunch from the hot food side. I never
went to
got
the deli.
food
Well, it was
the
a-
cold side.
I was never in the mood for that stuff.
The deli because I heard it was a lot more money.
I have no idea about the price, but I just know that like in terms of like cold cuts, it wasn't the best. And your choices, they would make a wrap for you, and the wrap was just so thin and just not, put together. I don't know.
I mean, that's the problem. Like that's what a lot of people complain about in like schools and food and stuff like that. They just don't put enough money into it.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Hopefully I don't know. I haven't been to school like high school in a long time. So,
Yeah.
do you know what over the summer that we don't have this year?
What's that?
Pancake breakfast
Oh, that was
to raise money for.
Those are good pancakes, too.
Yeah, but they don't have it this year, right? Probably got canceled.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like just in general, we haven't been to one
Well-
since high school.
Yeah, the Lions.
The Lions.
Mr. Marasco would have the apron on.
Yeah.
That was good.
I remember like one of the guys from the Lions group loved me
Oh yeah.
because I put on the lion suit at the carnival.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was right after my.
Oh, and Josh was Spider-Man, right? Or am I-
Yeah, I remember I did it twice, and kids kept on climbing on my back and trying to get piggyback rides, and that was when I was still in my sling after my shoulder surgery.
Jesus Christ.
Like I was like towards like the end of it, like I only had like a week left in the sling or something like that, but like it would hurt. That's why I probably had problems.
I never heard that story. That's hilarious.
because I would take it off and put the suit on, and like
You should put the sling on over your tiger suit, lion suit, so that they know.
injured. But like I
Injured.
like I could be anyone I want in that suit. Like I see all the little kids, give them high fives and hugs, danced around.
Yeah.
But it was the annoying young teenagers. They were just pissing me off.
Yeah.
They would be like trying to talk to me and follow me around or whatever.
Yeah, they're trying to be the cool middle schoolers.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Yeah.
All in all, good time. I got free food, so that was good.
I remember this. We did the special.
I haven't been to that carnival in such a long time.
On
the
Farmers
5
Field?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. I mean, we did. I remember I was in like that roller coaster ride with you. Well, not roller coaster. It was like a Ferris wheel, and you could like do a 360 spin in the thing.
Oh yeah.
remember that.
Those always scared me. Those rides.
Yeah.
But then they have my favorite was the Spacetron. You get stuck to it.
Oh, the
It's been-
Gravitron. You get
Yeah.
stuck to the wall.
The problem is I would
was
always
at
eat
Yorktown,
before I
though.
go on that
I
thing
would
and get
yak.
really sick.
Yeah.
That was at Yorktown, though.
It was at both, I think, sometimes.
Not Somers. I don't think so.
My memories of Fireman's Field is like football practice in like 7th or 8th grade, like in the cold, just sitting there like, Coach, can we go home? It's like fucking 8 o'clock.
Have
at
you
night.
seen, have you been there recently? They built like a bridge connecting.
I
it
saw that
from-
bridge. Yeah.
It's like
Looks
a metal.
nice now.
It's a little
From the road
metal
you can
bridge.
see it.
Yeah, they actually have a path now.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Mills kids go there for our like.
Recess or something.
Do they even still have recess?
They must. We were on the blacktop for recess. Remember that?
We didn't have recess in high school though, right? It was just lunch.
No, it was just lunch. I mean, you could probably go out on like the patio if you wanted to, but
It's so sad because we used to have gym every day, right? And then it became high school was every other day.
I think it was always every other day, right? Or no?
I know in high school it was.
I would just leave lunch sometimes to go to someone else's gym class.
Yeah.
And no, it was annoying. Like for gym, it was every other day, and every other gym class was either doing the sports activity or lifting.
Yeah, that's right. Remember they put the machines on the stage in middle school?
Yeah, it was
and
in
you go
the-
up there
Yeah,
and you do that? I forgot about that.
that was the rotations. But at the high school, like once a week, you actually did hockey, and the other part of that week you did lifting.
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't want to lift. I want to fucking play hockey.
Yeah, exactly.
Hockey was so dumb. The sticks were so shitty.
It was fun though.
You couldn't get a decent shot half the time because it would bend so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I love pickleball.
Pickleball was fun. The tournament.
They like we would play against Miss Fee. I think she was the best pickleball player.
Yeah.
And I remember like people saying, "Oh, I'm good at pickleball. Like we can beat you." I'm like, I can beat her.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I had this partner.
Just didn't do shit.
I had the girl, one of those girls who didn't
The
do
girl.
anything.
Yeah.
Like I remembered, I played because in gym class in high school, you played with the older kids too. Like they
yeah.
mixed
The junior and seniors.
So I played these two girls, like the really athletic girls. They were like the best in our class, and we almost won.
Yeah.
It was all thanks to me.
Yeah,
the
thanks
other
to
girl
you.
didn't touch crap.
Yeah.
she didn't do anything. The more of the time she gave points to them because she couldn't do it.
Well, it's like if you had a semi-capable partner, I mean, you totally would have.
Yeah, well, but I don't remember who the girl was I had.
Does it matter?
No.
I think I could think of some people that could have been.
Think so. Hey, Case, you coming down to take my honeycombs? Oh,
the
gee, that's
cereal.
my.
You
You know,
yourself.
you could buy me another box, Case.
The well, I think my senior year pickleball was when I had my wrist that was broken. And Fee let me play with my cast. So I was only using my left hand, and I had this one guy, really nice guy. He's pretty athletic, but like I don't know. how much he tried. I think we did pretty decent.
I
Then
remember
we
in
lost
gym
at some
class, like
point.
Dave broke his back. Dave, what did you do in gym
My
class?
back.
What did
No,
you
it was-
break?
it
I
your
broke my
ankle.
back, my
Bro-
ankle.
Oh, you hurt your ankle and he's on the ground. Like everyone's like, Matt, your brother's hurt. And I'm like, nah, he's faking it.
Yeah.
I'm faking it.
Because
in
during sporting events, Dave would get hurt and be perfectly fine, but he would be like he was dead on the ground.
not in high school.
Well, I
Not in
still
middle
thought you-
school or high school.
I still thought you did it.
Why would I fake it in gym class? I didn't want to stop playing gym class. I had to go to my next class.
Yo, someone I didn't lock. I don't think I
limped
locked.
my backpack all the way to the nurse's
I
office
remember
and
like I
helped
didn't
me.
fully lock my gym locker, and someone took my shorts and my shirt, and I could never find them ever again.
Why would they do that?
It was my University of Buffalo shirt, and it had my lacrosse pants that are all like diamonds and Syracuse colors.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my favorite shorts.
Did you know that, Will?
What?
When I broke my ankle, Matt didn't help me to the
I
nurse.
think I did hear that once.
He said you're fine, and then he left. And he left me in the locker room.
Christ.
I left them on the ground on the gym floor.
That was the old locker room, right? The downstairs.
No, it was the new gym.
Oh, yeah.
We were in the new gym, and I just left him there because I thought he was faking.
But what year was that? Freshman year?
Sophomore,
I don't know.
junior, I don't know.
That was freshman
Jesus.
year because I missed a bunch of games in my freshman year.
Oh, I remember when I was in gym class and I missed gym. I tore my labrum and I couldn't do gym.
Uh-huh.
So Coach Fee made me do an assignment. I had to do a PowerPoint.
written
I had to do a PowerPoint. She's like, a written assignment or PowerPoint? I'm like, I'm doing a PowerPoint. So I did a PowerPoint presentation on archery because they were doing archery at the time, and
Archery's fun.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Oh, because your shoulder?
Yeah, so I made like a 30-thing PowerPoint slide talking about archery. Then I got into like every single different type of head of archery, like different
Damn.
tips, back to ancient times and stuff like that. I went
Yeah.
overkill.
That's crazy.
I remember I went over one other time I did an overkill PowerPoint presentation was for Mr. Lopez
Uh-huh.
in Spanish class.
Yeah.
So everyone had to pick a country, and we had to do certain things about it. And like kids were going up and doing their presentation, and they were taking like 5 minutes to get done. And I'm like, shit, I practice at home. This thing took me like 20 to 20,
really
15.
long.
I had a lot of stuff in it because we didn't do PowerPoints. We did what's that? The one that
Prezi.
I did Prezi.
Yeah.
So like
That
I had
seems
to.
cool.
I had this big circle, and like it went from money, like, but each Prezi circle had 3 other circles about
Yeah.
it, while other kids just had one circle of the big topics, and that was it. So I broke down everything, and I practiced that because I was awful at Spanish. It took me forever to do it. And
But
like,
you got a good grade.
yeah, I got probably the best grade out of everyone, not because of my Spanish, but because I did
That's how long it was.
I did so much stuff in it. I
Yeah.
broke it down really well.
Jeez.
Because I thought that's what I read the assignment, what he wanted me to do. I'm like, oh, he needs all this? Okay. So I did it. Not going to lie, I put everything in English to Google Translator and just put
Really?
it in there.
Yeah.
And then changed it up a little bit to match my textbook where I was at or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then I practiced a lot from my family or something like that. I tried to.
Yeah.
And then even when I did it, I still messed up no matter how many times I practiced.
But okay. Call it quits. That's episode 9, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll be on Spotify, YouTube, ASAP. Get your cereal
TikTok.
choices in. TikTok. Yes, we'll be posting some clips there. But, in the meantime, eat your cereal, vote on your cereals. Do not vote for Cookie Crisp. Send us some topics. We'll discuss. We'll let you know what's going on in the world. We'll let you know what we think of what's going on in the world. And, yeah. All right. Stay safe, everybody.